The pressure block is made from a 0.75 inch by 1.5 inch by 1.85 inch piece of 6061 aluminum. The most difficult part is the two overlapping holes. The large center hole holds the nut, and the small hole next to it holds a 1/4 inch brass rod that locks the nut to keep it from turning. The lower hole holds the shaft that will connect to the tip holder. I started drilling the large hole for the nut and had just completed the pilot hole when I realized I was making a huge mistake. If I drilled a large hole for the nut, I would never get the small lock rod hole drilled straight. So I had to move over and drill the hole for the lock rod and then come back and finish the large one. For the second block, I got the order right and saved a bit of time. Then I drilled the 3/8 inch hole for the tip holder shaft. A few small screw holes left to drill, and cut a slot into the 3/8 inch hole to turn it into a clamp for the shaft, and that will do it for the aluminum block itself. The nut is made of acetal rod. I'm using a large diameter because before machining it down to size, I drilled a just under 1/4 inch hole, offset from the center to align with the lock rod. I drilled it a little undersized to help with the misalignment of my drilling. I'll enlarge it as necessary by hand to get a good fit. I want it to move up and down freely, but with as little play as possible. I'm going to drill and tap for a 1/4 inch by 20 acne thread. I took a short piece of the acne rod and made a tap from it. Well, it's barely a tap, but it will work for plastic. I just have to take it very slow. I don't have much clearance in the tap for chips. The pressure block is what will connect the threaded drive rod to the tip holder shaft. It will mount on a short linear slide. It has a captive nut that pushes on a spring. The threaded rod will move the block until it meets resistance. Then the nut will start to compress the spring, giving a smooth increase in pressure. Putting the pieces together is pretty straightforward. The spring is a little stiffer than I would like, but it was the closest thing I had on hand. If it causes a problem, it will probably be at the low pressure end of the settings. I did put some grease on the nut and it seemed to help everything move a bit better. If I would have done a better job making the tap, I think the threaded rod would have moved smoother, but I'm sure the plastic will wear with a bit of use.